This video will guide you on installing a Holley Dual Sync Distributor in a small block Ford running a Holley Terminator EFI system. I'll go through software setup, distributor installation, and checking timing.
As mentioned in the Holley manual, as well as the Dual Sync Distributor manual, the setup in the software must be done prior to installation and connection of the Dual Sync Distributor. The initial setup is done in the PC software. So first we'll open the software and the tune you'll be changing. Select the system parameters icon at the top. Next, select the ignition parameters from the drop-down menu. Enter your firing order and cranking parameters mentioned in the instruction manual. Now it's time to select the ignition type. Using the drop-down menu, select Custom, then click Configure. The crank sensor section type is 1 pulse fire. The sensor type is digital falling. Inductive delay is set to 100 at this time, and the ignition reference angle is set at 50 degrees. In the cam sensor section, the type is single pulse, and sensor type is digital falling. In the output setup, the type is points output, dwell time is 2 milliseconds, and we will leave the enable dwell table box unchecked. When done, select back, then save. I like to double check my settings, so I check Configure to verify my entries are correct, then click back, and you can close system parameters at that time.
Now it's time to plug the PC into the ECU and upload the current tune file. Once the file has been uploaded, it's time to install the distributor and complete the installation of the dual sync. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is bring the engine on top dead center. So I've got my remote button started, I got a light shining on the damper. I'm going to put my thumb over the number 1 cylinder, which is the front right side on a Ford small block. All the plugs are out. Okay, we just started having air come out, so I'm going to slowly tap it. Alright, as you can see, we have our timing pointer lined up at 50 degrees, and this is before top dead center, because I brought it up on the compression stroke number 1, and now we're going to stab the distributor. Okay, this is our dual sync distributor, and you can see I've made a little black mark with a marking pen on the outside of the body. It kind of corresponds with the crank plastic tab, which is going to be our number 1. And I've already kind of preset the cap, so I know where my wires are going, and we're going to set this in and we'll go from there. Alright, I have the distributor lined up with my little black mark here. This is going to be number 1, and when I plug this vent back into the harness, we're going to be looking at the crank light, which is down here, and the cam light on the LED on the circuit board, and both of those will be lit up, and then we'll follow the next process. Alright, I've plugged my harness in, turned the key on, and as you can see, we have both the crank and the cam LED light on. Now this is counterclockwise rotation, so we're going to roll the body counterclockwise until the crank light goes off. So it's off. Now we're going to roll it slowly clockwise until it comes on, and we're going to stop. Right there. This is where we're going to lock down our distributor. We're still set at 50 degrees on the crank. We haven't done anything there. And then we'll follow the next steps. Okay, with the engine running, make sure you're online with the ECU and click the sync icon and then enable static timing check. I would put a value of 20 degrees and select set, and this locks the timing to that setting for verification. Now we're just going to verify that the timing is 20 degrees as we specified in our lockout static timing, and if not, we're going to rotate the distributor to adjust it. Once static timing has been verified, this is when you slowly increase the engine from idle to 25 to 3000 RPM, and timing should remain set. If it's advanced, you will need to enter the software and change the inductive delay by lowering the amount. Start with increments of 20. If you start at 100, you'd enter 80. If the timing is retarded, you would add 20. Note, to adjust this setting, the ECU must be offline, which I'll cover. You will need to cycle the engine key on, off, on, and send the changes to the ECU to take effect. To do this, open the software and select the System Parameters icon, then Ignition Parameters. Next, Configure and make changes to the inductive delay. Click Back and Save, then connect to the ECU and check static timing again. Your static timing is still set from before. If you needed to make inductive delay changes, you need to send changes to the ECU and cycle the key on, off, on to ensure the file has uploaded. Your locked static timing value has not changed. Now it's time to recheck the static timing and ensure it matches the timing on the damper. If not, repeat until it is. You can make smaller increments if necessary. Once timing is synced, you can continue. Be online and select the sync icon. Then enable static timing check and put a 1 in the value field and click clear and close. You'll see a message saying that the static timing has been cleared. Now it's time to verify. In my case, I set my timing at 25 degrees in the table, and that's what I'm getting.
Is that 25?
Once you have verified timing, both static and normal, all timing will be set from the Holley EFI software. Thanks for watching and hope this helps.